Today, we'll talk power outages because they're becoming more and more common these days. Between extreme weather events knocking out power lines and the increasing demand on our aging electrical grids, it feels like it's not a matter of if you'll experience a blackout, but when. And you know what? That's a big problem for all our precious electronics. See, it's not just the inconvenience of being left in the dark. Power surges when the electricity comes back on can fry your expensive gadgets faster than you can say, blue screen of death. We're talking fried motherboards, dead hard drives, the whole 9 yards. And nobody wants to be that guy who has to explain to their boss that their work laptop is toast because of a little power blip. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to do to protect your precious tech from the wrath of a power outage. We'll cover everything from simple precautions to more robust solutions, so you can rest easy knowing your devices are safe and sound, no matter what the power grid throws your way. So first things first, let's know why power outages are such a big deal. It's annoying to lose your lights and internet, but it's way more serious than that. We're living in a digital age, people. Our lives are practically run by electronics. Think about it. Computers, phones, gaming consoles, TVs, appliances, you name it. Most of us are completely reliant on these devices. Now imagine a sudden power outage hits. Your computer abruptly shuts down in the middle of an important project. You lose all your unsaved work, and boom. Your deadline just got a whole lot closer. Or maybe your fancy smart fridge goes on the fritz, putting your weekly grocery haul at risk of spoiling. Not ideal, right? But here's the real kicker: power outages don't just cause interruptions, they can actually damage your electronics. When the power goes out and comes back on, it can create a sudden surge of electricity. It like a mini lightning strike coursing through your wiring. And your expensive gadgets can be fried. So what can you do about it? Well, the first step is understanding the risks and taking some basic precautions. We're talking simple things like unplugging non-essential electronics during a storm or investing in surge protectors. Don't worry, we'll dive deeper into all of that in the coming chapters. But the key takeaway here is this: don't wait until it's too late. Power outages are a real threat to your electronics, and a little bit of preparation can go a long way in protecting your precious tech. It's not just about the inconvenience. It's about safeguarding your investments and ensuring that your daily life isn't thrown into chaos by an unexpected blackout. So stay tuned, and let's make sure you're ready for whatever comes your way. Alright, so you're probably thinking, what to unplug already? Before we go full-on blackout mode, let's talk about prioritizing. Because let's be real, you probably can't unplug everything in your house every time the wind blows a little too hard. Start by identifying your most essential electronics. Things you absolutely need for work, communication, or, just basic survival. Think computers, laptops, phones, maybe your internet router if you're working from home. These are the devices you want to protect at all costs. Now, for everything else, consider unplugging them, especially during a storm, or if you're going to be away from home for an extended period. It sounds like a pain, but trust me, it's way better than dealing with a fried TV or a dead gaming console. And when you unplug, do it right. Don't just yank the cord out of the wall like a barbarian. That can actually cause damage too. Instead, gently grasp the plug and pull it straight out from the outlet. Easy peasy. Unplugging your electronics is your first line of defense against power surges. It's a simple step that can save you a lot of headaches and money in the long run. Surge protectors, your first line of defense. Okay, so unplugging is great and all, but let's be real, it's not always practical. We live in a world where our devices are constantly in use, and unplugging them every time there's a hint of a storm is just not feasible. I mean, you can't exactly unplug your refrigerator every time a cloud rolls in. Imagine the chaos of having to reset your fridge every time there's a weather alert. That's where surge protectors come in. They offer a practical solution to keep your electronics safe without the hassle of constant unplugging. These handy devices act like a shield for your electronics, absorbing excess voltage and protecting them from those nasty power surges. Think of them as the unsung heroes of your home office or entertainment setup. Now I've got a power strip. Isn't that the same thing? It's a common misconception, but there's a significant difference. And the answer is a big, fat no. Power strips merely provide additional outlets. They don't offer any real protection against power surges. Power strips are great for giving you extra outlets, but they offer little to no protection against power surges. They're like the cheap umbrellas you buy at the dollar store. They might keep you dry in a light drizzle, but in a real downpour, you're going to get soaked. They're like the cheap umbrellas you buy at the dollar store. They might keep you dry in a light drizzle, but in a real downpour, you're going to get soaked. You need something more robust. Surge protectors, on the other hand, are like those heavy-duty industrial-strength umbrellas that can withstand a hurricane. They are designed to handle the worst electrical storms and keep your devices safe. They're built with special components that clamp down on excess voltage, diverting it away from your precious electronics. This ensures that your devices remain unharmed even during severe power surges. When choosing a surge protector, there are a few things to keep in mind. It's not just about picking the first one you see on the shelf. First, look for one with a high joule rating. The joule rating indicates how much energy the surge protector can absorb before it needs to be replaced. Higher is always better. The joule rating indicates how much energy the surge protector can absorb before it needs to be replaced. Higher is always better. This is crucial for ensuring long-term protection. Second, make sure it has enough outlets for all your devices. You don't want to end up with a surge protector that can't accommodate all your gadgets. Don't try to cram a dozen plugs into a 4-outlet surge protector. Overloading it can be dangerous and counterproductive. That's just asking for trouble. A well-organized setup is not only safer but also more efficient. And finally, consider getting a surge protector with some extra features, like phone line protection or a built-in LED light. These additional features can provide more comprehensive protection and convenience. Every little bit helps, right? Investing in a good surge protector is a small step that can save you a lot of headaches and money in the long run. UPS, the ultimate power outage insurance. We've talked about unplugging and surge protectors, but what if you want the ultimate protection for your most critical electronics? The kind of protection that keeps your devices running even when the power goes out completely. Well, my friends, that's where a UPS comes in. UPS stands for Uninterruptible Power Supply, and it's basically like a giant battery backup for your electronics. It sits between your devices and the wall outlet, constantly providing clean, stable power. When the power goes out, your devices don't even blink. They just keep on humming along as if nothing happened. Now, you're probably thinking, Linus, that sounds expensive, and UPS systems can be a bit pricier than your average surge protector. But think of it as an investment in your peace of mind and the longevity of your expensive electronics. Plus, UPS systems come in all shapes and sizes, so you can find one that fits your budget and your needs. For a basic desktop computer setup, you might only need a small, affordable UPS. But if you want to keep your entire home office or entertainment system running during a blackout, you'll need a larger, more powerful unit. When the lights go out and your neighbors are scrambling for flashlights, you'll be glad you invested in a UPS. It's the ultimate power outage insurance policy. We've covered how to protect your precious electronics from power outages, but what about you? How do you ensure your own comfort and safety when the power goes out unexpectedly? What happens when the lights go out and you're left fumbling around in the dark? It's not just inconvenient, it can be downright dangerous. That's why it's always a good idea to have a power outage survival kit on hand. This kit can be a lifesaver, providing you with the essentials you need to get through the outage comfortably. Think of it like a geek's version of a go bag. It's not just about survival, it's about maintaining a semblance of normalcy. Now, your survival kit doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't need to spend a fortune or get overwhelmed by the options. Just a simple container filled with some essential items that will make your life a whole lot easier when the power goes out. Think of it as your personal emergency toolkit. First and foremost, you'll need a reliable flashlight. This is non-negotiable. And I'm not talking about that flimsy pen light you keep in your junk drawer. Those won't cut it when you really need them. Get yourself a good quality LED flashlight that's bright, durable, and has a long battery life. This will be your guiding light in the darkness. Speaking of batteries, make sure you have plenty of them on hand, and not just for your flashlight. Batteries are the lifeblood of your survival kit. Stock up on batteries for all your essential devices, like your radio, clocks, and even your remote controls. You'd be surprised how many things rely on batteries. Trust me, there's nothing more frustrating than needing to change the channel on your battery-powered TV only to realize you're fresh out of AAAs. Next up, candles. Candles seem a bit old school in the age of LED lanterns, but they're a reliable source of light and can even provide a bit of warmth if it's a cold night. Plus, they add a cozy ambiance. Just be sure to use them safely and never leave them unattended. Safety first, always. And finally, don't forget about your phone. It's your connection to the outside world. Keep a portable charger in your survival kit so you can keep your phone juiced up even when the power is out. This is crucial for staying informed and connected. That way, you'll be able to stay connected with the outside world, check for updates, and even call for help if needed. Your phone can be your lifeline in an emergency. So there you have it, folks. Power outages might be a fact of life, but they don't have to spell disaster for your electronics. By taking some simple precautions and investing in the right gear, you can keep your devices safe and sound, no matter what the power grid throws your way. A little bit of preparation goes a long way, so don't wait until it's too late. Start building your power outage survival kit today, and rest easy knowing that you're ready to weather the storm. And hey, if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tech tips and tricks. Until next time, stay powered up, my friends.